It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one foot and set, boy, till there's nothing left on the right. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon'
Menu narration option is set to off.
we ain't gon' run, no we gon' hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
On the set, X3, 218, chopper.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Got his man. It's Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and it's complete. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On 1st down, it's Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Squeeze. Shoot.
Second and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fleming. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Leo. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darius Leonard, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep from the... He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. David Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch the whip. X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Sam on. Check.
They'll drop to throw. No, bottled up fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Jags grab it. And some room to run now. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox, lights.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, team 6. We got double up. Big dribble.
They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. 6. Pull it high. Look at me. Go. 5.
2nd and 6. Throw left side complete. It's Fleming. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
94.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready?
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
X3, 218, jump. Score, score. Snap.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fleming. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
You got it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
18 Gators, 61, Matchbox Lights.
Check 99, check 99. Switch, switch, switch.
Roll out. Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Carson, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off at his own 46. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Leo.
2nd and 9 now. Throw left side complete. It's Fleming. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On the set. Score. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
On first down, it's Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch twist.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Sam off.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. They'll run on first down. Hubbard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Rock it. Spike.
They'll set up to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He's got it to Williams. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fleming. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Hubbard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Shot 6-6. Pull it hard. Hard. 5.
2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darius Leonard in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll toss it out to Carson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. They'll set up a throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Keep playing hard.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Here's 2nd and 8. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Hubbard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Fleming. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Sam off. Go.
Looking to throw. And an alley to run. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. You. Topper! Hey, lock it! Check three! 25! Check 25! Hey, orbit! Let's go!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hubbard, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? Miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other.